Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Paydur here, and if you are a Smash Bros player, today is basically Christmas for you. We got the biggest update, well, so far at least, the biggest update Smash has ever had so far. We got 3 new characters, Roy, Lucas, and Ryu from Street Fighter. I'm stoked. I can't even speak right now. I did just spend about the last 2 hours trying to download these characters from the eShop. That took forever. Anyway, we're gonna hop right in. There they are. Boom, boom, and boom. We're gonna hop right in to a little bit of a character tutorial type of thing. We're just kind of messing around with Ryu over here. And look at that, new stage, 3 new ones actually. I'm gonna go right on this one. So I want to do this as a little bit of a moveset analysis on Ryu over here. Alright, so let's get right into it. So first of all, this is probably the biggest surprise. No one saw this coming. I mean, you can't even predict this. No one saw this coming. So I'm stoked. Alright, so let's start right away. I'm going to talk faster because we got a lot to cover. Alright, so with speed, Ryu's pretty fast. I mean, he doesn't feel like he's a heavy character like maybe like a Ganondorf or DK do. He's probably more along the lines of like maybe like a Mega Man or something along those lines. He's pretty fast. I think he's very agile. He doesn't seem heavy, but I wouldn't really call him light either. He's pretty much right in the middle there, which is really cool. As far as jumps, I mean, nothing spectacular. You know, Falco is one of the best jumps in the game. Falco could probably jump much higher. I mean, it gets the job done, though. The second hop is a little bit shorter, but that's all right. It gets the job done. All right, so let's go into Ryu's attacks. So the main, if you guys watched the Nintendo Direct today or yesterday, the main difference with Ryu from other characters is that he's got a ridiculous amount of moves, but not a lot of, like, you know, attack buttons. Smash Bros doesn't have a lot of attack buttons. So they actually added like Street Fighter inputs into this game, which is really sweet. Alright, so let's look at his jabs first. Okay, so just normal jab, sends out a little punch. You could keep tapping it, get a punch going, but the special thing is if you hold the button, you'll actually get a stronger attack than the normal one. So this is like your weak attack. If you tap it, hold it, get a stronger attack. So let's test this out on Falco over here. Let's go right behind him. Alright, so I'm just going to tap it twice. 2 hits, tap it 3 times. Oops, hold on, I actually held it. So that's the whole little combo. Now what you can actually do, let's get him to 0 over here. What you can actually do is you can tap once. Oh, no, I keep doing that. Tap once and then hold, and it'll finish off a whole entire combo, which is the total about, let's see, that did 8 damage. Let's see if we can do that again. So tap, hold. Yeah, about 8 damage, which is pretty awesome. Actually, that looks like it did 10. Okay, 10 damage. So tap once, hold, finished out a 10 damage combo. Knocks him back pretty far too. So that's his jab. You can also just, you know, hit it once if you want for 2% or twice for a total of 5 there. Not too bad. Okay, let's go into some of his tilts. I'm gonna start with down tilt first. Down tilt, if you're tapping down tilt, you're gonna get this really fast kind of low kick. But if you hold it, you get a little, it's a little slower, but it's like further and it seems like it does more damage. Alright, so let's check that out. So I'm tapping it now. You kind of lock him in there for a little bit. Oops. Okay, we did. So you kind of locks him in there, pushes him back just a little bit. So, and then if you hold it, yeah, it's a stronger hit for 7 damage, knocks him back further. So what we could probably do is you could probably do 2 short ones and then a long one. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would go with that. That's solid 10 damage. Ooh, you could even do 3 for 11. Right on, let's try that again. Oops. Alright, so if you're right next to them, you could probably get off. Ooh, that was like 5. Right on. So yeah, if the closer you are, the more you can get off of those. Alright, right on. Alright, so let's go into his forward tilt now. Let's get Falco to 0 over here. Alright, forward tilt it is. Normal forward tilt, weak forward tilt. It's a little kick. It's a little like tap almost. How much damage does it do? Probably like 2. Ooh, that's 6. Okay, 6 damage. So, but it's like a weaker kind of kick. It actually has a decent amount of knockback. I'm actually a little surprised. Maybe that has like a sweet spot. That's why. Let's try it right here. Nah, it's all 6. Okay. And then what you can do, if you hold it, it's like this. I forgot what they called it in the direct. It's like something breaker. Oops, that's a smash. My bad. Yeah. And apparently that breaks shields too. I mean, we can't get him to shield, but that's pretty fantastic. So if your opponent's shielding a lot, boom, come in with one of those. It's not there. That's not it. That's not it either. These tilts. Yeah, one of these. Alright, right on, right on. Alright, moving on. Up tilts. So, normal up tilt, tapping. It's a little elbow jab. Holding it, it's a little like uppercut. Alright, so let's try it. Elbow jab, trap him in there. And yeah, you could do the same. You could do a couple elbow jabs, hold it, and then get a longer hit in. Or you could start with the longer hit right away. Right on, right on. Okay, cool. So those are his tilts. Pretty, I mean, really useful. You got the basic idea here, I think, is to get a few weak hits out and then finish it off with a strong hit. You know, you don't want to be using your strong hits right away. I mean, there's a situation for it, I'm sure, but you want to kind of few weak ones, finish off with a strong one. Alright, dash attack is next, which you just saw right there. Simple tap of the A button. Oops, just missed him. That's 8 damage there. Let's try to connect it a little earlier. 12 damage. Okay, so the earlier connect it, the more damage it'll do. It doesn't cover a huge amount of space. It's pretty typical of a dash attack. 12 damage right there. We get him just the tip of the foot. Let's try this again. Whoops, nope. I just missed it. Yeah, it's not super wide ranged. Ooh. Okay. That's good though, you know, it'll get the job done. If you see someone falls, they're trying to roll out, hit them with a dash attack. Looks like it doesn't have a lot of animation lag either. Kind of just goes right into it. Awesome, right on. Okay, now let's go into the good stuff, Alright, let's take a quick look at his smashes really quick. Alright, so forward smash, it's like a sidestep kick. And this is, for smash attacks, it doesn't seem to matter if you hold it for longer. I mean, the damage will increase, obviously, but as far as the move that comes out, it's going to be the same whether you hold it for long or just tap it. Alright, so that looks like a solid 16%. Okay, let's try it up close. Oh, hold on, let me get, without holding it, let me just C-stick it. Let's try this. Alright, so 16% there, 16% there, yeah. It doesn't matter where you hit that first front smash attack, there's going to be 16% right on. That's a lot of knockback, too. Right on, okay. Alright, down smash. So now with the down smash, let's take a look at it here. It's a little leg sweep, but if you notice, it doesn't actually affect the back. So if I stand facing away from Falco, he's right behind me, and I do a down smash, it's not going to hit him, which is a little bit of a bummer. I like down smashes where they kind of circle around the whole character. Especially, that's good for like rollers and stuff. But this does do a solid 16 damage, and that has strong knockback too. His moves are really powerful all around. Yeah, it's pretty solid, pretty good. It is a little disappointing he doesn't hit behind him, but that's alright, that's alright. And lastly, his up smash. Nice little uppercut. Boom, send him flying. Let's see how much damage it does. Without charging. 17. Okay, so this one's a little bit more, actually. Right on. So can this, like, combo into, like, an up tilt, maybe? Ooh, I don't think so. I think that's a little bit too much. What can I guess? To a stronger move? Yeah, there you go. See, this RYU is a lot of fun. Alright, so that's that. Now let's go into special attacks. Alright, so normal B. What's this thing called? Shadouken? I think that's what it's called. Sorry, I never played Street Fighter before. Sends out one of these little blue fireballs. That's what we're going to call them. Now, what's interesting about this is let's stand at the corner here. If I just tap the special button, it goes about halfway through the stage. But if I hold the special button, it goes a little bit beyond that. Now, that actually translates to higher damage, too. So let's stand right here. Let's tap it. Total 5 damage. Let's hold it. Total 6 damage. That's about the far. We're gonna hold it again. All right, that's about, so 6 damage all around. I think I might have seen it do 7. I don't know where you have to connect it for it to do 7 though. Let's try to get him. Let's get Falco nice and close. Will that make a difference? No, it seems to be 6 all around. All right, that's cool. So yeah, you want to take note of that. And I think an uncharged one will still always do 5. Yeah, uncharged one will always do 5. So to me, it seems worth it to always kind of charge it. You go, and if you do this in the air, it'll actually linger for a little bit. You kind of stay in the air, which is good for like someone's edge guarding you a little bit, throw them off a little, which is cool. Now, here's where we get to the really unique stuff with RYU. So now you can use the special button to get this move out, but you can actually put in another input to get this move out, which doesn't include the B button. So let's see how, if you watched Nintendo Direct, you probably already noticed, but if not, let me explain this to you. So RYU right now is facing towards the right. If on my analog stick, if I click down and roll it to the left against, against the little base of the analog, if I roll it to the left, if I do that really quick and press A, it'll actually do the Shadouken. And I'm pressing A right as I hit right on the analog. So I go down, right, and it shoots out one of these. Now this is probably where I got mixed up. This is where it actually is stronger if you do it that way. Yeah, look at that, 7 damage compared to the 6. And if you do this input, you'll always get the strong variant of the move. You know how like the normal special has the weak one and the strong one? This way, you'll always get the strong variant of the move, and it does even more. It does 7 damage. So this is, you want to get used, it seems like you want to get used to using this move like this. You want to input the command like that, so that's how you get it going. Alright, very cool. So that's how you do that one. Now, there's actually a special variant on that move as well, and this one is, let's see if I can get this right. Well, this was a little tougher. There we go. So it's Red Fireball. I don't know what the name of it. Sorry, Street Fighter fans. So this one, let's test the damage really quick. Okay, so let's stand right here. Let's try to use this one. Alright, that looks like 7 damage there, but it looks like it's a little explosive at the end. Maybe. Ooh, that's 8 damage right there. So yeah, it kind of varies because on contact, it'll kind of like blow up a little bit. Oh, that's solid range too. Very nice. Okay, so let's get how to use this move. This one's fun. Alright, so the direction Ryu is facing, you want to start, so he's facing to the left right now, so we're going to start right, and we're going to roll the analog down and across to the left, clicking A when it gets to the left. So you're going to do like a little half circle at the very bottom of the analog, away from Ryu starting. So he's facing to the left, we're going to hit our analog to the right, roll it to the left, and click A. You get one of these. So you might turn around, you usually probably will wind up turning around slightly and running back a little bit. There we go. Takes a little bit of getting used to, but yeah. So you could actually use this as like a pivot move. You know, you're running, go back. I don't know. Let's see if I can try that. Ooh, I don't know. This might be a little hard. Yeah, you can kind of. Although he doesn't go back as much. Yeah, so get used to doing like that. That's a solid amount of damage too. 8. And it looks sweet. Okay, so that one only did 4 because it only hit the tip. So you want to be a little bit closer with this move so it gets the full contact. I'm sure they could probably shield through some of the attack. We're not exactly able to test that, but yeah, that one's awesome. Alright, moving on to his side specials. Alright, it's this little spinning kick. Now check, I'm going to actually move on this side so that we don't got the menus in our way. Get out of here, Falco. Alright, so I'm just tapping the B, and it doesn't cover a whole lot of distance with just tap. But if you hold it, you actually cover much further. You cover like almost most of the stage, actually. So that's tap. That's with holding it. Yeah, much more, much better. This, you could actually probably use as a recovery tactic. Yep, you could definitely... This is probably going to use like main form of... Oh, shoot, I totally died. Main form of horizontal recovery. So, let's see. Yep. And it seems... Yeah, so the stronger, if you hold it in the air, or if you just tap it, that also applies to same on ground, where the move will linger a little bit more. Alright, now as for this move also has a different input. So now this one, let's explain this. So Ryu is right now facing to the right. If I want to use this move, you know, attacking Falco, I will do down and then roll my analog backwards. So if he's facing to the right now, I'm going to go down and roll it to the left. Really fast, clicking A when it hits the left. That'll get us this kick. And like with the Shadouken, it's also going to be the strongest variant of the kick. So let's try that one more time. Down and to the left. So now you don't have to click the down button right away. You can kind of sit here going down and then just roll it to the left and then hit it. And you can do the same thing in the air. Now, in the air, it's... Because it's, you know, if you're going to be using this move a lot to kind of save yourself, get some horizontal recovery. So it's a little scary to do it this input because you might accidentally fast fall. But if you take a look at how I just did there, you'll fast fall a little bit. Now let's try that again. But you could still get the kick going without fast falling too much. Although, if you're off stage, I highly recommend just doing side B. It's a lot safer. Although at the same time, maybe, you know, this could throw off your opponent if you drop it a little bit. I'm not really sure. I'd probably go with the side B variant for that time, though. All right, let's take a look at damage of this move really quick. All right, so here's just a tap. All right, it looks like it knocks him back, so it's not. It doesn't like keep him in the attack. Yeah, so 10 damage there. There we go. And then if you do it, so it seems to do more damage towards the end of the animation versus in the beginning. Yeah, the beginning only does 8. Alright, now let's try the held one. Up close. Still does 8 even if it's held. Let's try back here. Ooh, that does 12. Alright, so if you hold that attack and hit him at the very tip of it, that'll do a solid 12 damage, which is awesome. And then with the input, ooh, even more. Does even more. That's 13 damage. Look at that. So yeah, you do want to get used to these inputs. Memorize them, you know, make a little spreadsheet. Practice punching these out, because these are going to be ideal for using Ryu. Awesome. Now, we're going to get into probably my favorite move of Ryu here. Now, this is going to be his up special. Alright, so this is, you know, typical recovery move. It's a little lunge forward, similar to maybe like a Marth Lucina, how they kind of lunge forward a little bit. It's a little dangerous because you can't, it's hard to, you have to make sure you're facing the right direction with it. So you want to make sure you turn around first before you use it. Or actually, you could just hit it on the diagonal. Yeah, hit it on the diagonal. Doesn't matter where you're facing, he'll go that way instead of just going straight up. Okay, so that's cool. That's actually important to note. Awesome. Alright, so this move is actually, it's one of his kill moves. This kills probably pretty early, I'm assuming. Let's try to get Falco around 120. Alright, come on, baby. Let's try 125. Let's go from here. Yep, that kills. Right on contact. Let's go a little lower. Let's do 115. See how that works. Yep, still kills. Wow, 110? That's really early. Holy cow. Oh my god. Dude. Alright, we're going to try 100. This is definitely not going to kill, but let's see. Wow. That is a powerful move. Alright, we're just going to go 90. We're going to find where this move stops. Okay, around 90. So you might even be able to get away with 95. Let's see. Yep, 95 will still kill. That's ridiculous. And that's Falco. He's a pretty medium weight character. So you can use that to kind of gauge how to work on all the characters. That's fantastic. But now the cool part is actually that this move also, like his other special moves, has an input variant. And this input variant makes this move ridiculously powerful. Okay, so the input variant on this is a little different. So, I'm facing to the right now. To use this move, I'm going to tap right, down, and when I'm pressing down, I'm going to slightly tilt it to the right again. So it's going to look like, it's weird to explain. It's in the Nintendo Direct with the exact button inputs, but you're going to, again, so if I'm facing to the right, right, down, and then roll it slightly to the right again after you get the analog going down. And then click A right when you roll it, and it'll get the move. So let's try it. You know, you can run forward, down, and up. And you can actually use the A button for this input instead. You don't have to use the special button, which is fantastic. Okay, so let's try that again. So we're at 95%. We're going to go. So that killed. Okay, but let's see. The 90 was... The normal didn't kill with 90. Let's see if this one will. Yep, this one will. That is fantastic. Let's try 85. Oops. Ooh, it's a little tough to get. It's a little tough to get. This one takes it's probably his hardest input, but it's definitely worth it. Yep, that kills at 85. Let's try 80. Ah, come on. Ah, come on, baby. Definitely practice this one. This one's a little bit tougher to get going. Nah. Alright, last time here. Come on. Oh my god. I can't get this move. Alright, let's go. Come on. There we go. Yep, still kills at 80. Let's try 75. Alright, so here's actually, I just learned this now. You can actually run and then input it, and that's probably much faster. Alright, so it doesn't kill at 75, unfortunately, but still, killing at 80, that's pretty incredible. Yeah, that's the best way to use this move. Run at him, since you already got one input going. Down to the left, and there you go. Oh, that wasn't it. What am I doing? No, that's not it either. There we go. That move is fantastic, and you could probably do it. I mean, you could try it in the air, but you might fast fall by accident. Yeah, you could do it in the air too. But yeah, again, you might fast fall, so I wouldn't use that when you're recovering. So basically, this is kind of what it seems like. When you're, on stage, above stage, you want to be using the inputs. When you're off stage trying to recover, use the normal, regular, special inputs for that way. Just so you're not fast falling and accidentally causing yourself death. Okay, Now, I might have said that was his last special, but I totally forgot about his down special. Let's talk about this one. Actually, let's reset this. Getting back to 0 real quick. Oh, that still puts us back at... Okay, I have to do it manually. That's alright. Alright, so his down special is pretty awesome, pretty unique. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Alright, so it's, I forgot what the move is called, but it's like it's a little punch. And you can actually charge this too. So, this is just tapping it, and this is charging it fully. And you could change direction too after you input it. Simply face the new direction. It'll punch that way with the charge or without a charge. So let's try it. Let's look at damages for this. Okay, this is just tapping it. Alright, solid 12 damage and pretty high knockback. Let's try charging it. Ooh, that's 17. Ooh, and he just kind of lingers there too. That's awesome. Okay, I like that. And he kind of lingers in the air when you use it too, so you can use that to throw him off. Right on. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if this one breaks shields. I'm not really positive. Anyway, so with this move, they could actually hit you while you're in the process of it, and you won't flinch, which is fantastic. So I'll wait till you get the whole thing going. But now, the main thing you want to know with this move is once you connect the move, you want to tap the direction you're facing twice. So tap forward twice when you make contact, and it will cancel the lag of the move, the animation. So let's try this right now. This is going to be full charge. Hitting it, there's a little bit of lag. It takes a while before I can attack again. But now, if we try it, I'm going to charge the move, hit him, press forward twice, and I could go into a move right away because it cancels out the few frames there, which is fantastic. You want to get used to doing it like that too. The range on this isn't fantastic. It's kind of there. So about 2 of these spaces, it seems like it'll make contact. Perfect, yeah. You want to do that. You want to cancel its animation all the time. Alright, that's awesome. Alright, have we talked about aerials yet? Man, this video is already 20 minutes long. Alright, let's go over aerials a little bit. Neutral air, it's a little... Looks like a little knee? It's like a little knee punch. So let's see. About 8 damage there. Solid 8 damage, so you can... It's like a little bit of a get-off-me move. Not really, though. Oh, that did only 4, for example. So if you fall into it after... So once you use it, it does 8, but if you fall into it after already being in it... Let's see. Wow, it's not hard. Yeah, then it does only 4. Alright, up air. It's a little uppercut in the... Yeah, it's pretty much a little uppercut. Let's see if we can get him to jump. There we can. Okay, cool. Ooh, that hits twice. So yeah, Falco's jumps probably... Yeah, that hits twice. If I tap it... Yeah, only twice, but for 11 damage, that's pretty awesome. Alright, very cool. And now let's check his down air. Alright, so his down air actually looks kind of similar to his neutral air, except it's obviously going to be more powerful. Alright, so 11 damage there. And this move, I'm pretty positive spikes. I saw it. I'm pretty sure this is the one that they used. Or was it the side? No, I'm pretty sure it's this move, yeah. This move does spike, and it actually... I mean, I probably won't be able to get him to spike here, because I don't know where the hitbox is. But, oh, there it is. And see how that kind of sent him on a diagonal? Let's try it again. Yeah, that sends him on a diagonal, so you could probably get a lot better spikes here if you do that. That's fantastic. That's really cool. So yeah, remember, that move sends spikes on a diagonal. So you could do it off stage here and probably get a kill. Ah, you guys gotta be a little closer. If RYU had higher jumps, man, that would have been... Oh, that was close. Try that one more time. Oh, still. Ah, come on. Get back here, Falco. Alright, well, yeah, that's awesome, though. Diagonal spike there, that's cool. We haven't gotten that yet. Alright, and lastly, oh, not lastly, there's 2. Forward air and backwards air. So forward air is a little front kick, backwards air is a little spinning back kick. Both of these, I'm pretty sure, do... Well, no. Forward air, yeah, forward air does 15. Back air does 16. Yeah, really powerful attacks. You can really feel the connect there. Those are fantastic. Yeah, right on. Definitely want to be using those. They probably kill a higher percent. So let's get them. Let's get Falco around 120. Let's see how that does. Oop. No, man, we still got grabs to talk about. Damn. Lot to cover. Lot to cover. Lot to cover. All right, so we're at 120 here. Let's try forward air. Doesn't kill at 120. We're at 135. Let's try that with a 135. Maybe they're only 13, so it seems like there's a sweet spot with this move. That only the 13 too. Let's try one more time. Yeah. You want to connect it right. You want to use the move right as you're next to your opponent, like directly on them. That'll do 15, and the knockback's a lot stronger. So maybe we'll kill here. Ah. Ooh, yeah, much more damage. So it still won't kill there, but it'll probably kill around this range. Nah, that was a mess up. That was only 8. Alright, that's cool. And now let's try back air. How will this do? Oops, let's get him back here. Yeah, well, back air's power. Back air is power. Obviously, as with most characters, the back air is a little bit more powerful. Yeah, that is strong. Didn't kill there, but that was towards the middle of the stage. If you get him around this area, you will be just fine. Yeah, that is power. Alright, so those are his aerials. Really useful. I'd suggest mainly using his forward back air, although, because his up air won't exactly kill. I'm probably better off to use his up special. Let's try to connect that, actually. Let's see how that works. Let's try to use it right as we're on top of him. Yeah, right on top of him. That'll connect really nicely. I'd probably rather use that than an up air. Oh, up air's still nice. It's kind of like a get off me move too. Hits him twice. Alright, cool. Alright, last but not least, let's get into his grabs. Alright, let's do this. So just pummel, kind of knees him for 2 damage each. Very nice, very nice. Get him back here, alright. Now down throw, or down grab. Punches him down, sends him kind of far. That's not a kill throw, does not look like. I wouldn't consider this a kill throw. But let's see if it combos into anything. Let's see how far it shoots them when we're lower percents here. Let's try around 30. 20. Alright, will this send him flying or? Okay, so that sends him right above you actually. Let's get him to stop. Send him right above you. Maybe you could do an up special into that. Hold on, let me get him. Alright, they could DI out of that though, unfortunately. So, I don't know if that'll combo to anything. Maybe, you know, really low percents it can. Let's see. They could still DI out of it. That's unfortunate. Although, that's pretty nice. You could kind of walk forward a little bit and then do his up special. You have to read the DI, though. Alright, so now we got down throw. Let's try forward throw. Kind of lugs them. Alright, obviously we're going to check if this is a kill throw or not. Those are important. I don't believe, from what I've seen, I don't think he has one. But let's check. Let's get him to 125. Let's move Falco a little bit forward. There's my man. Alright, forward throw. Yeah, doesn't kill. Gets him off stage pretty far, but just doesn't get that killing blow. Alright, that's alright. Let's try back. So 143, back throw. Ooh, back throw does not kill either, unfortunately. Let's try that one more time at this percent. Not even at 155. So he doesn't have a kill throw unless up throw is going to be one. Let's try. Ooh, I mean, that's close, but maybe I feel like the stage ceiling is a little high. That might kill on some lower ceiling stages. Yeah, but other than that, you're going to have to 180% to kill on here. So, I mean, you know, if you really get your opponent that high, but with RYU, I mean, they'd probably be dead by then. But, yeah, you could use that to get a kill. Maybe on some other stages. Ooh, look at that forward air. Not bad, not bad. Anyway, that's going to... I'm pretty sure we covered most of RYU here, so that's pretty awesome. He is fantastic character all around. I mean, you're going to see him flooding for glory for quite a few weeks now. He's definitely... I don't know, I can't really put him in tight tiers right now, but I don't think he's bottom tier for sure. He's got tools. He's got a lot of tools and combos. Once those are mastered, you know, he's going to be a character where you're going to have to spend a lot of time with him. But once he's mastered, you can tell that this is going to be a character that's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Alright guys, that's going to be enough for the Mood analysis with RYU. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. I got new move analysis coming with Lucas and Roy, as well as 4 Glories with Ryu and all the other characters. So be sure, stay in tune for those. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Have yourselves a great day.